Would you guys make out with Jeff Bezos for $100,000?
No.
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
Why wouldn't you? How long do you have to do it?
However long he wants to make out with you for.
However long he wants.
He's a busy man, so it's probably like 30 seconds.
He likes
What if he
control,
takes the day
though.
off?
Good one.
I'd make out with Jeff Bezos for $1. Well, I mean, he's pretty ripped. He's like jacked as fuck now.
Yeah, dude.
Why, after becoming a billionaire, did he get jacked? Like,
I think it's because
does he have that much more time?
there's just like no excuse to not live as long as possible.
Okay, in this
I
round,
guess so.
That's true. You can also buy human growth hormone.
I was thinking of getting into that, actually.
Why don't they just call it human growmone?
Because
I think it might be confused with something else, maybe.
You don't have to get upset at that. It's pretty good.
You guys want to do some HGH with me at some point?
Yeah, let's go.
it would be really weird if, like, this time next year, we all looked the same except one of us was, like, fucking super jacked. Wouldn't it be weird if there's, like, a photo from PAX last year and then a photo from PAX next year and one of us was just, like, fucking shredded?
Just like fucking, like the Rock level?
Yeah. And it was, like, mouth.
That would be amazing. Oh, I want Mouth to get ripped so fucking bad now.
Michael A.L. Swole.
Michael A.L. Flex.
Yeah.
That's real good. Nick, dude.
Being jacked. I don't know. It's like weirdly emasculating to say that you would be the funniest person to be jacked. So I don't really want to pile on necessarily.
Mathis.
Yeah, you're like, wow, wouldn't it be funny?
No.
If this guy looked like a man.
No, like, I think they would both agree with this too, but like Nick and Mathis, I was just gonna say Mathis too, they look like the guys that you went to school with and you think to yourself, I wouldn't be surprised if 10 years down the road that guy was jacked as fuck, you know? Like, you'd be surprised, but you'd be like, okay, yeah, I kinda get it.
Yeah, it would be hilarious with anybody, any of us, that's very
Any
true.
of us, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much anybody.
Do you think it's Ben Prunty or Ben Prunty?
That's a good question.
I actually think it's been...
It's
Oh, God.
That's something.
This is going to risk coming across as insensitive. So I'm going to head it off at the pass and say, I don't mean this to be insensitive.
Suck my dick.
Yeah.
Did you see that TIL that was like Verne Troyer? You could literally stack like 2 Verne Troyers on top of one another and Peter Dinklage would still be taller.
Wow.
I was like, that's amazing.
Didn't know that.
I also think I might be misrepresenting it now, but I'm not.
I'm immediately Googling Verne Troyer height.
No, you just go to Wolfram Alpha and you put 2 times Verne Troyer.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Greater than Peter Dinklage, and if it comes back with true, then you get it.
I typed 2 times Verne Troyer equals Peter Dinklage question mark.
Verne Troyer is 81 centimeters tall, and Peter Dinklage is 135 centimeters tall.
Well, there you go.
So you cannot stack 2 Verne Troyers to make one Peter Dinklage.
How many Verne Troyers would it take to reach the sun? Troyers.
How tall is Yao Ming? Yao Ming's like massive.
Oh, he's like 3 Troyers.
7.
At least.
More than
I think he's actually the
Probably
inverse
more.
of Verne Troyer.
yeah. He's got to be like 6.
Because Verne Troyer is...
He's 18 centimeters tall.
I like the idea that Rob was giving a ridiculous height for Yao Ming, but he said 6 feet. So he's got to be like 6.
No, I said 6 for Troy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We've established a new unit of measurement today.
Yeah. Yao Ming is 7'6", by the way.
If evolution is true, then why hasn't blank evolved into blank?
Oh, fuck off.
Oh boy.
Wait, are there 2 prompts? Or am I supposed to say thing evolved into thing? How does this work?
Type 2 different
Oh
things
shit.
into the
In
same
one line.
prompt. Yeah, you got it.
Separated by a comma?
No, it's...
This isn't right.
I'll parse it. It's okay. I got
Just put a comma and
I
go
got a
parse
big
it.
brain. It's okay.
Wait, there's another good TIL I learned the other day. So Neil Armstrong's name backwards is Gnort's Mr. Alien.
Oh yeah.
If evolution is true, then why hasn't Tim Allen evolved into good actor? If evolution is true, then why hasn't bananas evolved into munkets? If evolution is true, then why hasn't my dick evolved into 2 dicks?
Kermit fucking Stringfellow.
I'm just gonna throw this out here.
Yeah.
Kermit Stringfellow sounds like the name of a Nazi sympathizer.
Why?
I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying if you showed me a black and white photo of a man and told me that it was from 1938 and we're like, his name's Kermit Stringfellow, how do you think he feels about the Third Reich?
Okay, you've given us a lot more context now besides just the name, though. You're talking
I'd be
about,
like, I'm
if
not
this
saying.
guy was in a particular position to be a Nazi sympathizer, I think maybe you'd be on that trail.
He was in front of a flaming swastika with his arm right at 45 degrees, and his name was Kermit Stringfellow.
I would be like, he's probably a Nazi sympathizer. I don't know about this guy.
I think he should be selling string cheese is all.
Kermit Stringfellow.
Don't say NL is right, because it's literally like it's based in nothing. But
You're
sure.
basically saying Hitler was right if you're saying that at this point.
Excuse me.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Equate me with history's greatest monster.
NL is right.
Oh God.
Okay, we gotta stop that meme, actually, like, immediately. I should not have said that.
Oh man.
No, there's no problem. Just
someone
remember the
showed
next
up
time you
now.
take offense to a joke I make. In the
that.
500
No,
lines
for real,
in chat
for real,
all
don't,
saying NL
don't.
is right.
Don't. That's not cool. Don't act.
Nick's
No,
such a
don't do that.
gentle boy.
All right, I got another player for you. He's coming out of the draft. Who do you think this guy's a Nazi sympathizer?
What's his name?
What?
His name is Equanimous St. Brown.
No, I wouldn't say so. A surprising
well
job
done.
entry on Abraham Lincoln's resume. Assistant to Kermit Stringfellow or shot dodger?
Kermit fucking Stringfellow. To Maurier Stringfellow. Oh my god.
Haha, a name that sounds like it's not from Anglo-Saxon tradition, am I right?
It actually sounds very much from Anglo-Saxon tradition. Stringfellow?
He got me. Are there any good video games coming out?
Nope.
Yeah, God of War.
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man's is like September.
There's
Yeah.
something else coming out on 420 though, isn't there?
Nintendo Labo is the real answer.
That's it, Labo. Yeah.
Yeah, Nintendo Labia.
But the other answer? My water pipe for tobacco use only.
There's an interesting game in the upcoming section on Steam.
What's it called?
Tell me about it.
It's called Amorous.
What's it?
What?
Oh fuck.
I don't get it.
Yeah, just look it up. I don't know. Just you have a good time.
What is that? Why are we laughing?
Is it like a
Isn't it
porno
pronounced
game or something?
Amorous? I don't know.
No, it's Amorous.
I don't know how that works.
What? I don't get it. What is that?
Is it
Don't
something
worry
about
about it.
ass?
I'll link it in Discord for you.
Why don't you just give us a
Why don't you
hint?
just tell me about it?
Yeah, oh my lord.
All right. Oh,
Thrust
Oh
yourself
no.
of Amorous, a bustling furry nightclub that invites you to explore its neon lights and eccentric characters. Immerse yourself with a fleshed out character creator and treat yourself to a varied cast of P.
Lest you think that we're being offensive to the furry community, whenever I see doesn't matter, straight, gay, fuck dragons, fuck like it doesn't matter. When I see this shit on Steam,
Those are the three. Yeah,
You
that's
can
when
just
you're-
say
when you're
gay. That's like
trisexual,
89%.
when I see this shit on
Yeah.
Steam, I go, I don't need to see that. So it's really just the fact that it's just brazenly
Oh yeah, no.
about
It's
getting your Nort on.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's easy,
man.
man.
Well, I kind of take it, I'm a little offended, because it says, avoid the normal pitfalls of dating games with an incredibly varied roster. What?
yeah, it's like a Smash roster, you know.
Isn't it more complicated? Ranging from foxes to felines, male to female, and everything in between. This is not discrimination, you freak. We're all snowflakes, and you're making me call you a snowflake. This is the problem we have here. When the snowflakes are calling each other snowflakes, everybody's gonna melt, dude.
It's auto-cannibalism on the left.
What a fucking sentence that was.
I don't get it.
Final scores.
Yeah, there's another game that apparently
win?
just came out called VR Kanojo.
What is that?
Well, I mean, it's along the same lines. If you
Rob,
can imagine.
Rob,
Welcome to
Yeah.
the game.
Read the
What's going on?
description.
What's
What's
going
wrong
on?
with you?
But you can
All right, this is the Steam version. Looking for a unique VR experience? Well, look no further. In VR Kanojo, you can hang out with the lovely girl next door,
Hang out.
Sakura Yuki.
I can see where this one's going.
You'll practically feel her breath on your cheek.
Wow,
And
that's just...
and the warmth of
Is that
her
what
fingers
people,
on
like,
your
are looking
arm
for?
as you laugh and talk the day away. So,
Overall reviews very positive. Well, if it does what it says on the tin.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's always a good thing.
mhm.
Like, there's no downside to having that out there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Until you use someone's vibe and you wonder why it's sticking to your forehead.
Dude,
Oh, you
why
used
is
the
someone
wrong-
jizzing on their face?
Well, it's a big
I
load!
ask. What?
Someone reviewed the game in Japanese and it says, the panties are white.
Hey, that's important information.
That's important
You know, you
information.
know that going
Now I
in.
know I'm
Yeah, they
definitely not going to buy it.
they're all white, or is there some variety?
That's a good question.
Thought they said there was.
It's pretty cut and dried.
Spoilers.
Nice.
One of the negative reviews in Japanese says, not real.
Oh no.
Man, you have to let him down easy, you know?
I mean, I will say of it is $50.
It's 50
So
bucks.
What?
It's 50,
That's
yeah.
fucking crazy.
God.
Is it all like hand drawn bullshit, or?
Mm-mm.
How many operators are there?
Next in line,
I think just the one,
rename
Sakura
any famous
Yuki.
work of literature.
If you were allowed to name someone else's baby any weird thing you wanted, what would you name it? Blork J. Manhattan or Augustus?
Fun fact, Dennis needed a name for his baby. And I actually suggested Augustus.
That's a bad
Yeah.
name.
I think it's a good name, actually.
Is
And
he
it actually
Roman?
apparently is the front runner, but I don't know. If,
Don't name your child Augustus.
What's the shorthand for, or not the shorthand, the short name for that?
Augie. Augie.
Augie?
Augie's a
bad.
name.
Like the Utes mascot?
Bad
Aggies? Or whatever the hell they are?
Yeah, Gus. There you go. You got Gus. Or you could just call him fucking Augustus, and he sounds regal and badass.
There's only two Augustuses. One of them
Yeah,
is
I
the
know.
Roman emperor, and the other one is the kid who was chubby and fell into the chocolate river in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. You're setting them up
This
for
is true.
failure.
I know.
So Augustus Finch? What are you talking about? Go back and read The Kill a Mockingbird. Dude's name is Atticus. Also a dumbass name.
What do you call that kid? Addie?
Yeah, that sounds kind of cool.
Mother, I must filibuster that you use my whole name, for the treatment of men is a sacred human right, heretofore given by the Lord above. Please.
You've been practicing young Atticus for a while.
I'm pitching it to ABC. They need something to knock
shit.
young Sheldon out of the #1 slot.
I know someone named Sixtus. That's badass.
Oh, no, it's horrible. That's just really bad.
That's fucking sweet, dude.
The worst thing you could discover in your burrito. The center of the universe or gods?
Multiple?
Yeah, all of them. It's just a pantheon in there,
All of the gods.
just looking out at you.
Hello!
Would that mean that you'd be going to hell if you ate God?
Not if you got the 5-layer burrito.
I think if you eat God, you become God, so you can't go to hell.
That is true. Fact.
When are you
wanted
ever going to
to-
be in a position to eat God, though?
What are you
Christians eat God every
talking
Sunday,
about?
don't
Yeah, they had the wafers and
That's
the blood.
Jesus. This is
We all eat God's
Jesus
pussy.
is part of the Holy Trinity. He's one.
Let's start a religion where for the communion you get a little burrito. Everyone would join.
I'll do tacos. You can do burritos.
Is there a cooking show where they use communion wafers? Because I would absolutely want to see that.
It's a YouTube channel
Bundle it
called
with
Cooking
the-
with God.
I wanted to just type God, but I typoed gods and it entered too fast, and I laughed hard. So I just thought that was funny.
Dude, okay, so this is probably sacrilegious, but one thing that I do miss about going to church is that those communion wafers are really interesting to eat. I want to try more of them.
You could probably just buy communion wafers, right?
I don't know.
It's not like there's like a
you can.
cryogenically frozen body in Israel and they're like regulating the sale of communion wafers. It's like a fucking Nabisco subsidiary in Peoria, Illinois or something like that.
Something in my chest that they're great with peanut butter. I would kind of be down. I don't know if that's sacrilegious or not.
It is. You're not even supposed to take them out of the church without eating them. If you try to take some and hide them, they'll yell at you.
It sounds like it's coming from experience.
Nah, from a podcast that tried to steal as many as possible.
Rumble Muffin just
Wow,
sent us a box of 1,000.
How many levels of atheism are you on, my dude? Communion wafer heists.
I'm still thinking real hard about this tiny burrito religion. What do
you want to call it?
Yeah.
What the boogeyman is afraid of? His boogie wife or God's pussy?
Alright.
I hear the light is so bright it melts your eyes.
Cause I'm on my way to see her. Oh my god.
Was this sacrilegious?
Let's go, Chad, you saved it. Thank you.
If I tattoo a cross on my balls, would that be sacrilegious?
Ah.
There it is.
Job entry on Abraham Lincoln's resume.
He's got you there.
Oh, damn it, dude. Oh, that took me way too long.
The first commandment in the new religion you started. Burritos, I guess. Sure. Or don't steal the wafers.
In the Discord, I put there's two different links to communion wafers you can buy on Amazon.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
They're between $15 and $20.
Dude.
Dude, it'd be sick to go up for confirmation or whatever that. What are they?
I brought my own.
Yeah, I'd be like, no thanks, I brought my own.
Ow.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
I also have a garlic mustard aioli if anybody wants some.
It's the dick cheese of Christ.
I'm imagining they go to give you the communion wafer and you've got two, like, you know, the dollar bill guns? Except it's full of communion wafer, you just stand up on the pews and just start spraying them all over the church.
We have a special guest that wants to join us for one moment.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
What's up, guys?
Hey, TB, how's it going?
This is our friend Dan Giesling, a reality TV show winner and loser.
Oh, that's funny coming from you, but hey, I just wanted to come on and say what's up, Hafu. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Hey, there's a lot of hysteria and excitement that you're on today. Can I just ask you one slightly
Don't let him
personal
do
question?
it.
Don't let him.
Do it. Just say no. You have the power.
Say no. He will. It's not personal. So your name's Hafu, right?
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm not half Japanese.
No. Why isn't it an O? Why is it an A?
What?
This is such
Classic Dan question.
It's such a Dan question.
It's perfectly Dan.
Your name's like, just if for someone that reads it like Hafu, but you say it Hafu.
Like you want it to be Hofu?
Whole
Dan,
Foods
you know
is
how
already
vowels
Whole
work?
Foods?
This is just you, Dan. This is just a vowel.
No, I was just asking when you come up with your name, did you consider the O instead of the A?
I didn't. I just kind of typed it in. Pressed enter.
Where did your name come from?
It's just a bank color. I just like randomly thought of it. It wasn't supposed to be my main, but then when I transferred over, I ended up using my Druid as my main account. Won a bunch of tournaments under it, so it's my tag now.
Hey, well, congratulations on whooping Ryan's ass in Tournament of Fire.
See, whoa! If he would have kept on asking, he would have then be like got your social security number.
That's what he does. I was trying to. Is he going for like Hafo or Hofu?
He's saying because you say it.
HOFU.
Yeah.
But that's the sound the A makes in the English alphabet. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Well, I think he's coming out on Ryan's side because he's saying it shouldn't be Mario. Mario would be Morio.
Yeah, it's Mario.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely not Mario.
It's definitely not Mario.
Unless your name is Jeff Bacalar.
Yeah, actually, Ryan, why don't you call her Hafu?
Because I respect the way people want things to be pronounced.
I don't care. Half. Okay, that's fine.
I agree with you.
Hafu. That just sounds like someone from Ohio saying it.
Yeah.
I say Nevada, and it's Nevada, and I have trouble saying it.
That's another.
Nevada.
That's another recurring bit on the show.
Nevada?
I say Nevada.
Really? I've never heard
Well,
that
it's saying
before.
things wrong. People say I say Vegas weird.
You do say
You
Vegas.
do.
What?
Yeah.
Vegas.
It's
Vegas.
a flag and a
Vegas.
bagel.
Well, it's because you say bagel too. You say bagel and vag.
All right. Well, it wasn't about me. Prompts are out. A fun thing to talk about. Wait, a fun thing to think about during mediocre sex. Twitch memes, or what if this results in a minion?
Yeah. Nice.
How fun would that be?
I like that guy.
I think he gets a bit of a tough break.
Yeah, he really does. Like, I think people went too hard on him. Like,
I saw.
Do
I
any
peeped
research?
his, but I peeped his mentions like after Champions of Fire. There were a lot of people that were like, "Hey, shithead, what's it like to have no talent?" And then I mouse over there, I mouse over that profile, and it's like follows you, and I'm like, ah, come on, guys. The first thing Abraham Lincoln would do if he came back from the dead: re-die immediately or vote Trump.
Re-die. I like that.
They're just waiting for him.
You ever see
He just
the
comes
child?
back. He's like, "What the fuck, man?"
I'm fed up with this world.
It's a whirl.
Coral.
Whirl.
That's Shane. That's my Shane impression.
That's pretty good.
Lord.
You should see him in Punisher. It's a lot of.
I was making my nostrils flare as much as I could.
You could hear it.
Let's take a look at the
I'm
scores.
Frank Castle.
He does it?
Is he an angry dog?
He basically barks.
Sounds like Tim Allen.
Dun, 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 dun.
There's just one prompt.
I'm glad we all participated in that.
Hey Austin, they tightens up the shooting on Fortnite. Dan, I love you, but it's never gonna happen. That's what they said about the Hindenburg.
I saw that message, but I didn't see this.
They're really tightening up the graphics on level 3.
Hindenburg.
That's what they said about the Hindenburg.
You gotta be in the right rind mic.
Yeah.
We're-
The right Ryan
This is gonna be the worst Quiplash segment.
Yeah,
Right Ryan mine.
we just used up all of our improvisational abilities.
Help me make up a new voice. I'm real bad at voices.
Just do something insane.
Somebody's
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
probably gonna clip that, aren't they?
Probably, yeah.
I really like that sound
New
very
sub
much.
sound, yeah.
No.
Prososmegma, it's a naturally occurring lubricant that can presumably unwittingly aid couples
He's
during
done it.
penetration.
Nice.
Unwittingly.
Time to
That
Oh,
danged smegma has done it again. Tricked
That's
me.
the only pro.
Tricked me into penetrating my spouse.
That was tough hearing myself be berated for the entire first
Oh,
hour.
that's right. Your name's Alex.
Yeah, you're
Oh.
I forgot.
How many fucking mics do we know at this point?
No kidding, man.
Yeah.
We need to get rid of some mics.
I don't think you should be able to name your child Michael.
Okay.
Yeah, we got enough.
well,
we got enough
We
mics.
got too many. Actually, I want to go a step further.
Okay.
After being at an amusement park, which might have made me a little biased, United Nations binding resolution: no kids, 3 years. Can't have any kids for the next 3 years.
Oh, okay.
There's just gonna be a weird gap.
There would be a catastrophic thing that would happen like 70 years from now when a very large portion of the population would just kind of drop.
Yep. That's kind of what I'm angling for.
Would that be bad?
No,
no kids.
It would
3
catch.
years.
It would catch back up. It would reset.
I think probably the human race would have a much better shot at survival if you just sort of like randomly eliminated 50% of it every 100 years or so.
Yeah.
Well, so
I too think
hold
that we
on.
should kill 3.5 billion people.
These are the kind of opinions I go on this show to espouse, really.
I'm gonna be honest though, like, I'm not gonna have any kids in the next 3 days, so like I already have
3
that set.
days.
Oh,
3
that's a big
days.
bet.
You're really sacrificing a lot there.
Yeah. Also, bad news. Dennis's son is named Michael.
What?
Oh my god! I thought he died or something. The way you phrased that. I was like, no.
Oh god.
Bad news. Dennis's
Let me
son
slip
is.
this in real quick.
My brain filled in the gaps automatically for a good half second. That was horrible.
Jeez. Yeah, no, I mean, he's alive as far as I know.
It's great. I'm very happy.
We have a bad track record on this show, so I'm a little leery.
On the name subject again, I'm curious, chat, with the vote yays or vote nays, I want to know, do you like your own name?
That's gonna be a lot of nays.
You think so?
I think like automatically everyone hates their own name on average.
I love my own name.
But now they're gonna say yay to prove you wrong.
Look at this,
I think most people
literally
like their
everybody
own
for a
name
little while
because
there.
it's like what's the opposite of buyer's remorse? Buyer's thrill. It's like once you buy
There's an
something,
opposite.
when you're stuck with something, you're more likely to be happy with it or at least content.
Well, I'm not even a buyer in that case.
Yeah.
Loaners.
Confirmation bias?
I guess so, yeah.
I went to a set. We had this conversation in our school once, and we asked people, and it was a very like unanimous vote nay, at least in my school.
I mean, if you could rename yourself, what would you want your name to be?
Fuck, I don't know, dude.
Do you think you can name a kid Adolf and get away with it?
Nope.
We had that bit on the show, and then when we said it's probably a bad idea, one dude called us racist.
Racist?
He's like, there's a long, proud history of Adolfs that are not Hitler. And they're like, yeah, I know, but there's also one who kind of besmirches the whole thing, you know?
You really fucked it up for everybody else. Yeah.
The name of the reindeer Santa didn't pick to pull his sleigh.
No.
Pantser or Schitzin? If these had just been in opposite order, it would have been so much better. But...
I really appreciate that we both stuck to the nomenclature for.
Yeah, it's like the name of a tank in a Mel Brooks movie. I'm the commander of the Schützenpanzer Division.
I can just hear someone in Call of Duty screaming,
Schützenpanzer! The NL is right coming back.
The most annoying coworker would constantly reference stuff he saw on Reddit or grate Parmigiano Reggiano into his gaping ass.
Yay, Rob?
DA, literally everyone on this show.
My coworker is so annoying. Every day he grates Parmigiano Reggiano into his gaping asshole, like in front of everyone.
In front of everyone.
It's so annoying.
Just like, can you not, dude?
Cheese. I mean, cheese, right?
Oh,
I get it.
Parmesan in his asshole.
delightful.
You guys want to grate some Parmigiano Reggiano into your asses later?
Only if we can shoot it out like confetti afterward.
It's gonna melt.
What is the reason you're gonna do that?
I'm having
You gotta shoot it quick.
Oh god, imagine. Oh god.
The consolidated cylinder of Parmesan.
Don't send me Discord friend requests. Don't do that. I just I'm on my phone ordering food and you just kind of pop up.
You're in Subway?
Subway.
You order in Subway?
Where's this Subway?
Order in Subway.
No, that wasn't like I misspoke. That was like I had
You have a
50% of a stroke.
You order in Subway?
You order in Subway.
Oh my god. This is. Oh man. You alright, dude?
Sometimes my brain, I don't think the human mind is designed to speak to itself for so long every single day. Because like I've reached the point where like I'm the biggest influence on myself, and then that's where it becomes a real problem.
God damn it.
You should take more time off. Make it feel better.
I'm gonna in February.
Oh.
That's good.
February.
That's how you say it. The crime you would commit if you could get away with it: installing a Dogecoin miner in my grandpa, or rob the Keebler elves of all cookies.
I feel like if you're installing any kind of coin miner, why would you go with Dogecoin anyway?
It's like the fourth most lucrative altcoin right now.
Is it really?
That's the one that, like, Bitcoin doesn't make me mad. Dogecoin makes me mad.
Dogecoin is rising because Bitcoin is expensive. So,
no.
So people are like, why would I buy
a bunch of it? How much? What is it up to now?
It's worth a lot now.
How much is it worth? How much is it worth?
I think it's like 8 cents a Dogecoin or something when I looked.
Oh, it doubled since last I looked. I'm buying stuff, dude.
It's 1 cent. Okay, still.
Oh, it's 1. Oh, so it went down. I thought it was 4 cents last I looked.
It's 1/8 the value.
And it's the 34th most valuable cryptocurrency. That's my mistake.
All right.
Well, wasn't it worth like 0.000001?
Literally, when it came out on Reddit, people would give you. They'd be like, "Hey, here's like 100 million Dogecoins." I like your comment. Here's 100 million Dogecoins.
Did you not see the homeless guy that bit his own dick off while high on meth?
A bad reason to call 911. Your neighbor is a communist on Twitter. I'm not even reading the other one. I think that's just. I don't know if I want to go.
Do I have to pick one?
It's dark humor, man.
Oh no.
It's
I
been
almost
long
want some
enough.
dark humor.
Yeah, that's been long enough. It's been 17 goddamn years.
I mean, I guess if you guys say it's long enough, I can't really tell you no. Like, it's your
Especially,
country.
he's from fucking New York.
The worst way to
Well,
fly,
sort of.
blank Airlines.
What kind of, yet?
The worst way to fly. Any Airlines or Malaysia Airlines. Well, you remember that plane disappeared?
They're still looking for it. They've searched over like 80,000 square kilometers.
Jeez. How many miles?
Yeah.
Maybe that's their
I actually saw a news thing today or yesterday. This plane, it was on its last flight.
Yeah.
Before being retired, it crashed and 9 people died.
It's like 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife.
It's actually
flight.
Yeah, it's sad.
It's my last flight before retirement, honey. What could go wrong?
So fucked up.
Plane?
Did you guys hear about the person that got sucked out the window?
Yeah.
So, how do you guys feel about artificial wombs if they become a thing?
Mandatory.
Well, like how viable are they in theory?
Well, it would be the idea with them is that they're actually like so much safer than carrying a baby in your body.
Yeah, I'm like super for it then.
Yeah. Right, but then
okay, yeah.
The government.
No, well, no, but I've heard a lot of people. Whenever I brought this up to people with a female perspective,
You can just say women. You don't. People with a female perspective.
I mean,
Like a man with a female perspective? Like, what is that?
But anyway, it's like taking away the majesty of pregnancy.
Well, it's not like the government's gonna
majestic.
Push! Push!
Hey, look,
There's
I'm just
nothing
saying,
magic about that.
The government's not
until
gonna
you see
rip
the
your baby out of your womb and put it in an artificial womb.
I'm not saying
No
that
one's
either.
in that
I'm
fucking
just
group
saying.
going, oh, this is so majestic.
I think there are people who do that.
You don't find afterbirth majestic?
All I'm just saying is, I think we need to
Scoreboard.
take a moment and identify that we are 5 people with penises, so maybe we don't have the full...
Allegedly.
Fair enough.
But like,
Yeah, I have 2. I need a medic!
what is the downside to the existence of artificial wombs?
Welcome.
Oh, I don't know. Probably nothing.
Yeah.
Turns the frogs gay.
I mean, you're gonna get the people who are gonna be like, well, this is against God.
Why do they have to sound like that, Robert? Why can't they ever sound like
Let's
a
just be
New
honest, that's
York
what they
intellectual? Why can't it?
It's against God!
It's an affront against God. Okay.
It's against God!
We know that's what they sound like.
I just want to use that voice for, like, anything I disagree with. It's like plus 10 to your argument. I'll take the beef sandwich. Yuck. Chicken sandwich is the better option, you fucking idiot. You already do that? You already do that. So, like, I know I'm very wary of shit-talking my professor, because I'm a pretty big deal, you know? It's like if...
Oh yeah, we know.
Yeah, it's like if Justin Trudeau got up on did the State of the Union and was like, I hate Northern Lion, it would probably get back around to me at some point, right?
I think so. You can maybe hear about it.
We're going to week 8 of a 12-week class. We haven't gotten any marks back yet. We've done a midterm, 3 assignments, like 4 labs. So I don't know, I might have a 0 in the class. The dude just doesn't give us our... It's gonna, literally before the final, he's gonna be like, by the way, you got a B right now, so... It's not okay! I'm like, every week that goes by, I'm like writing the professor evaluation in my head. Like, this guy is lazy.
I like that lazy professor voice that you gave him, too.
You got a B.
Yeah, you got a B.
Yeah, I'll give him a chili pepper on Rate Your Profs. That's fine. He's a hottie.
Round 2 is see the damage.
I just wish you'd give me my assignments back.
He's a hottie.
He's a...
I mean, I was mad at him, but then I got to his class, and wow.
What a smoke show.
This is round 3, the last one.
I teach at the university. I would hate to have Ryan as a student.
Why?
Oh!
I sit quietly, and when someone goes, hey, what's the answer to this question? I usually don't go first, I go second. I wait for someone else to give a wrong answer, and then I go, it's actually dot count.
You are that guy.
And then I do all my homework, and I submit it on time. What a terrible student. And also, I don't believe that person. Who says I'm a professor at the university? I work at the business factory, and I would hate to have NL as a client. Never eat at a place called Kentucky Fried Cunts or Kentucky Fried Semen. Wow.
One of them's got a better ring to it, that's all I'm saying.
No fault. No fault. No fault.
I voted for the one that fell within the acronym.
Ah, fair, yeah. I didn't even think about that, but I also went for that. Oh, and it lost. Seaman wins.
No! Seaman always wins.
That's horrible.
That'd be KFS!
You're right, Seaman did have the right number of syllables. Kentucky Fried Seaman. It's not like one was decidedly more intellectual than the other one.
I could have gone with Kentucky Fried Penis.
If you said it like that, yeah, you could have gone.
Yeah, I don't have a better joke. I was like, why didn't you just say Kentucky Fried? And then my brain was just like, nah, nothing.
Penis.
Penis.
No, I ran into the character limit and the time limit simultaneously. Pump, 1969, Pump on Pop, Pump Up the Jams, The Origin of Jelly, or The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry.
Huckleberry Pump.
It was gonna be Huckleberry Pump.
Oh, can I vote for it even though it's not written?
I mean, I did.
All right. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be so mad if it wins.
It's going to now.
It's my turn.
Damn it.
It won.
Of course it did.
This game sucks.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? ... Or she lives with the dinosaurs near the center.
Mine was supposed to be ... San Diego.
Hey.
But then I hit enter instead. And it's really depressing because this game's in all caps anyway. So
Were you going to capitalize the S in San Diego?
Yep.
Hit enter on accident? 'Cause it's right above your right
You
shift.
gotta get that left shift going now.
Yeah, that's,
Left shift, dog.
it won anyway, so maybe you don't.
Who's eating caps lock over there?
Her name is Carmen Sandiego. Yeah, well, she's Japanese. She used to be Carmen-san, and then she married Vincent Diego, and now she's Carmen Sandiego.
From Dora the Explorer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Twice as much.
I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map.
What does that mean?
This is the whole song.
the song, yep.
I'm the best.
I don't know anything about Dora the Explorer.
You never seen the show?
I was like
Why
3
are there no
years
swiping?
I was like 3 years too old to watch Dora. I don't know what Nick's excuse is. It's not like a show designed for all ages. It's a show that's like designed for 5-year-olds, and I was 8.
But you've seen it though.
No! It's an American TV show. I'm a freaking only child born in 1988. I had no Dora exposure.
But now you have the internet.
Dora the exposure.
Soil mapa, soil mapa, soil mapa, soil mapa, soil mapa. Did you sing the theme song to it though?
Hey, it's me, Dora the Explorer. Como se dice library? I will walk down the street with a backpack on and be Dora. The only reason to ever play a banjo, jug band groupies, when you don't need to run fast. You're gonna have to explain that one in a sec. Dance with the devil in the pale moonlight to summon the banjo demon, or folk covers of rap music. So, when you don't need to run fast, what's up with that?
When you play kazooie when you need to run fast.
Kazooie?
Banjo.
The bird from Banjo and Kazooie?
Don't ever. What?
Am I having a stroke right now? What do you mean you play Kazooie? Go Banjo Kazooie! 3 votes for when you don't need to run
No one
fast.
wanted to cross the line and insult you by telling you what that joke was.
Well, I was like, oh, the banjo is a musical. Are you talking about yakety sax?
We all cared too much.
Right.
Why is Banjo Kazooie popular again? I've been seeing a lot of banjo memes.
I don't know. Maybe you should take a nap.
Yeah, you can go
I got class after this.
Oh, fuck.
Where I'm gonna antagonize the university professor by being present and accounted for.
Sure.
Bear
Are you late
wins.
for class?
Hey.
I don't care if I'm late for class, because the motherfucker doesn't give the assignments back.
I can't imagine in high school ever getting, like, upset to any degree about something like this.
It's because
because in high school you're not paying $450 to take the class.
I understand.
I'm sorry, I'm mad. Okay. Something in a weirdo's bedroom, a trapdoor under the rug filled with anime, or a hollowed-out jawbreaker with a human ear in it. I now can't get the image out of my head of someone being interrogated by Colonel Hans Landa. You are harboring enemies of the state, aren't you? It was just like 10 body pillows under the floor. Where are they?
Somebody asked if that was an impression of the Cockroach Man from Men in Black. We have been on a Vincent D'Onofrio kick for a little bit here, so.
His cast members.
Au revoir, Shoshana-chan.
Next up, start a conversation with a stranger at a party. Time to vote.
A great opening line to start a conversation with a stranger at a party. What do your feet smell like? Or, I have over 100,000 subscribers.
That says, what do your feet smell like?
I also love the Hans Landa impression is Conan O'Brien's old-timey baseball voice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're harboring enemies of the state, see?
What?
What do your feet smell like?
Dogecoin.
It was gonna say install a Dogecoin in a
On to round
a Dogecoin miner in my grandpa's
Doge?
pacemaker.
Dogecoins.
Dogecoin.
Oh my god.
What do you call the grade given to a German student who's good at memes? A Deutschmark.
I like it's only getting funnier because you keep mispronouncing the same thing.
It's hard to say Dogecoin miner.
Dogecoin miner, Dogecoin miner, Dogecoin miner. Moiner.
Say it 100 times.
It'll take up a lot of time on the show, I think.
Hold me closer, Dogecoin miner.
There you go, I like it. Count the Dogecoins on the webway.
Dogecoin.
You'll be rich if you keep
a
buying.
street name you never see.
Maybe not. A street name you never see.
everyone,
Backstreet
favorite.
or Deutschcone. It's really hard to say.
Deutschcone.
Deutschcone.
That's a German cone.
The first sign that you're old, you say Dogecoin, or you can't pronounce Dogecoin anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we found the meme.
A good name for a pet cemetery. Cremation station or Deutsch graveyard. Okay, I see. We've really all committed to literally like 80% of the answers in Quiplash so far have had Deutsch. Right after we went off and said that we're the only people who play Quiplash in a funny manner.
Yeah, Mer just said when Austin said they hardly meme anymore.
What about Google?
Yeah, let's get some Goobles in here, boys.
The meme has been defeated.
Oh yeah, what was the name of that weird South African place? Grobel Short?
Grobel Stoop. Grobel Shoop.
Grobel Shoop. Imagine if you lived in
the Dutch.
The Google where Grobelshoop was.
Hey, here's my impression of a Dutch person. Oh, we're extremely tall and eat sprinkles on sandwiches. We're Dutch.
Wait, what?
We like to ride bicycles.
It's pretty wild, the whole bicycle thing.
I'm trying to think, there's got to be
How can
other
I
things
not
about
say
being
normal
Dutch.
words right, but on the first try I can say Google Grobelshoop. It's just on. I'm so mad.
That's just a Dutch person's name.
I'm Dutch and I don't know if I'm German or French.
My country's pretty much universally respected throughout the entire world.
Rip not making fun of misspeaks.
We pioneered wind power. Fucking idiots.
Oh,
Burn
God.
more rocks. The most pointless thing to strap a GoPro camera on. Oh my fucking
sorry.
God.
We all just got claimed by Nintendo.
Rob just sent everyone in chat into a fucking Pokemon battle. Hate to see that one.
I
thought that was Mission Impossible for a second. That's James Bond.
That's Mission Impossible. Mission Impossible.
James Bond is evolving.
Impossible. This mission is impossible. This mission is It's like you've never heard the song. Remember, when dining at a sushi restaurant, you should never ever eat it off a naked woman that wasn't there. Eat it off a naked woman that then wasn't there, or kill your entire family with a 9mm Beretta.
Oh yeah, bringing that one back.
A dangerous thing for a drone to deliver to you. Bitcoin or nice sushi lady table.
The old double prompt.
I just had a great idea that we need to go. Yeah, what's up?
You did not read that right.
Nude sushi lady table.
You said nice sushi looty table.
Nice.
Nice sushi looty table.
Excuse me?
Nice sushi lady table.
Nice sushi looty table.
Now I'm saying it wrong.
Guys,
Sushi
I had
nice
a
booty
great.
table.
Did you guys see the photo of me on the log flume?
Yes.
Absolutely fearing for
What
my
happened
life.
there?
That flume, I have to point out, was indoors, so you can imagine the drop was not very large.
Yeah.
You know? And as I was laughing on the ride, we were going down the flume, and we were doing like the normal part. I was looking around and I was laughing because I was like, this ride's for babies. And then we approached the drop, and I was like, this drop is so small. Instantaneously, as soon as I hit the acceleration on the descent, I was like, my brain just switches into being afraid for my life. Like, I cannot override the biological imperative to just scream as if I'm gonna die. And that's when they took the photo. Like, people are like, whoa, did you plan for that? No, that is the look. If I was in a plane crash, that would be my face as we're going down. And it's like a 10-foot drop on the fucking flume. And Kate now, we have 3 or 4 of these photos from roller coasters, and every single one is exactly the same. Even with it, like, it doesn't matter if it's for babies or if it's like the scariest roller coaster you could ever imagine. It's always me with like a David Letterman vacation beard, looking like a miner on a runaway minecart or something like that, just like wanting to die.
You're
Is
right.
it supposed to be Spider-Man?
No, he's the Spud Man.
Oh, okay.
A
You just wanted it to say Spider-Man?
A vanity license plate, a jerk, and an expensive car we get. Spudman or too rich for you.
Speed demon.
It's speed.
Speed demon.
It's Scooter Man.
I thought it was supposed to be Spider-Man.
Speed demon.
Why would there be 2 Ds?
Well, that's what I was gonna roast you on. Is like, why wouldn't you just use an R instead? If you wanted to tell people
Why
that he
is
was
your
Spider-Man.
vanity license plate for Spider-Man so dumb?
I just wanted it to say Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The worst name for un-SUV. Sip unilaterally Vrens. I just surrender under vehicle.
It's so terrible, it's hilarious. That is so bad that it ends up being funny.
What?
Oh my God.
Is that like a mouth joke?
It's
Yes.
your friend's joke. Yeah.
It has deep lore implications.
That's like the biggest stretch in Quiplash history.
It also won.
Yeah.
And also, I need to. Hafu voted for it. And
I don't know what it is.
Thank you. Thank you, Hafu. Thank you.
A fitting punishment for people who double dip their chips. Double dop their dipstick or all double clip their nips.
These are both mouth answers.
I really want to vote for both of them.
Double tops.
Double top their dipstick. What does that even mean?
It's like a bop and a dap put together.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's up. I got it.
Too fast.
The coolest way to die. Smoking cigarettes or being digested slowly by your lover.
The Vor stuff is like they don't want to actually die, right? They just want to be inside entirely
some of
in their
them do.
lover.
I don't know how.
I'm not sure.
As one of those. I'm too old for Dora, and I'm
It's like-
too old to understand that fetish.
Is Attack on Titan Vor porn?
Maybe.
Sex in
I'm sure. I wouldn't be surprised.
Vor wins.
Of course it does. Vor always
And
wins.
only
Vor is not
Vor the Explorer.
No.
Coming next.
Lovers in a dangerous digestive tract.
Oh man, yeah.
Where's the giant dragon, Dora? Where is it? Behind what?
Como se dice?
I understand, Vor. Sometimes you just want to eat a thick anime girl.
You know what? I understand now.
Yeah, I never got it to you put it that
I get it now.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the word for that feeling that's universally experienced by human beings?
Okay, next one.
Or no kink shaming, though. No kink shaming.
No, you can't kink
People
shame.
just have normal sex.
No, we're celebrating.
People just.
Hey, as long as you don't try to turn me into somebody who gets eaten by a thick anime girl, I ain't got no problem with it.
I hate that they're putting chemicals in the water that make me want to eat thick anime girls.
What you hope the Mars rover finds? Hot aliens with big dicks or the Mars Volta?
Yeah, but what if the aliens are like 3 inches tall? Relatively.
That would be really funny.
So you guys voted for hot big dick aliens?
In your area?
You're also blank.
Yes, they really don't think the Mars wins.
There's Doras exploring in your neighborhood right now. Bad.
Yeah, that'll be.
Bad. You're lost in the woods. Worse. You're also completely naked. Worst. And you're also dumb as hell. And you're also afraid.
Take those doors home.
Take those doors.
Leave those kids alone.
Curious Doras in your neighborhood.
Stop.
Need you to tell them how to say daisy in Spanish.
Oh.
I don't regret the meme I started now.
Inquisitive Doras in your neighborhood have many questions. This has nothing to do with lewdness. It's a child that's curious and is asking questions about how to pronounce things in Spanish and English.
Implicitly what you're doing.
Well, I think something might be wrong with your brain if you think something's wrong with this. Implicitly.
Yeah. You guys ever want to get beaten by a giant worm monster?
I feel you.
Jerk off while you're doing it.
Hey, I don't know if we should take that bit any further. I mean, we got a sterile show environment here. How do you guys feel about mild cheddar cheese?
Christian broadcast.
I think it's more like old milk.
When grating Parmesan cheese into your ass is like the least weird thing you've talked about on the show.
It's a good point, yeah.
Let's see the responses.
There's some things.
It was
I don't think I
Parmigiano
hit it.
Reggiano.
It's weirder that they think your ass is so extra hot.
Yeah, why is Austin's ass hotter than mine?
It's
That's
pretty
what-
hot in there.
Well, he eats a lot of
Everybody's
spicy
ass is
food.
Equally warm.
Oh, okay.
So
We all have the same body
well, I
temperature.
don't know.
I
You've
believe.
had there's been hot poops.
Well, you know, I'm gonna look this up.
If you have a hot poop, I would imagine your anus is
Don't look
slightly
How
above average
hot
temperature.
is your asshole?
Does a spicy poop keep your shoot warm?
I think it
Don't
keeps
say I
it
have
warm.
that boy pussy ass. Don't say that. Don't say that. That's not okay. You've gone
Was
too
it BOI though? It was. Yeah, of course it was.
Ooh, here we go. I got it. ThoughtCatalog.com. 25 fun and gross things you didn't know about your butt.
25 fun and gross things. Musical
Tiny
chipmunks
baby
in
boy.
your
It's a
area
weird show.
want to cover popular music in a very tinny soprano voice. See, no one's got a problem with that.
I didn't hear what you said.
And then I say, knowledge-hungry explorers in your zip code
That's it. Let's
looking
take a
to
look
be
at the final
informed.
scores.
How
Click
are you
here.
Normally, though.
This bit is not good.
I'm trying to salvage it.
He is trying to save it. Yeah.
It's like you're trying to dig something out of a hole, but you just keep digging the hole. It just keeps falling.
You
lower
come
and
out the
lower.
other side. Best use for a leftover meatball. Surgically inserted into your scrotum or a meatball marinara slider with Southwest sauce.
I definitely don't want meatballs in my scrot.
How long before they produce sperm? Is that like overnight?
How long before it turns rancid and rots your nuts off completely?
That would be cool if your sperm was a product of both of your balls. So if you slotted one out with like an elemental ball, it took on the properties of it. You could have
Damn
like
straight.
That's a
like a
great video.
chicken egg, and you'd have like
Well,
chicken
Fire
men.
charge.
I was thinking
jizz,
that's a
like
one
napalm?
fireball, one ice ball, and then you have steam cum.
Designer balls have been saying it for years.
You could vape your cum if you did that.
You can do that right now.
I saw a video of
The
it.
worst
Yeah,
place
somebody
to
that did that
science
on
is
YouTube.
this?
tour.
You can smoke semen not like a cigarette, but like a fish.
What?
What does that mean?
Like you could
You
like
could
cum
put
in
it in a
Breathe it through your
smokehouse.
gills?
You could like cum
No, you
on a
smoke it in a
plate and
smokehouse.
leave it in your smoker, and then smoke cum.
You just gotta dehydrate the semen, and then when it's all crumbly, then put it in.
You gotta call
Crumbly?
it Freddy Krueger.
I might as well season your food with it. A dash of this, a dash of that.
There's a whole cookbook about it. You can get it
Oh,
on
there
Amazon.
is. You can't. But is it dehydrated in the cookbook or
Could be.
raw form?
The best title for a new national anthem for the USA: Stable Genius, Sing Along Even If You Don't Know All the Word, Abortion, or I Am a Stable Genius.
I'm surprised only 2 of us went for stable genius.
So
jokes.
again, like the show stays pretty apolitical, sometimes. If
When I'm
you're
not
writing that tweet, why would you ever write? And this is verbatim. I'm like really smart.
I'm like really.
It's
I'm
just
like
the
Gamma.
worst possible way to
And-
package that message.
He's also said I'm like a smart person before, so he's also put like before that before.
It's just a terrible. Like any English teacher would be like, if you cut that like out, it just becomes a much more powerful sentence.
No, see, you don't understand, Brian. He's playing 5D chess, so he's just
Call him
backing.
Grand?
Yeah, he's playing 5D chess.
Yeah, it's an extra
12
dimension.
million D
Let's see
chess.
the
Yeah.
final scoreboard.
He's up very many. He's got the most D's of anyone. I just thought when he said I'm a stable genius, it sounded like a Venu Milish lyric. And
I am a
couldn't get
stable
past that.
genius.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, he could actually sing that song and I wouldn't be surprised. I'm pretty sure that's the top post of r/I am very smart of all time.
Oh yeah.
He is a brain eater. That's the thing. He is a soul stealer.
He's a true liar.
He is. Just like Arnold.
The worst person to share a hot tub with: Austin Powers or a greasy spray tanned stable genius?
All right.
Stable genius.
Stable genius.
Like he's an equestrian, or she.
So okay, hold on. I never actually tweeted this, but I took a picture of it. Let me let me get it.
Dick?
No, hold on. Well, I mean, technically
Funny story.
that is true. I mean, what you just said is true. Yes, I've never tweeted it, but I have taken a picture of it. Look at the front page.
Oh my
of
God!
The Daily News. Do you see that?
Robert, that is incredible.
That's the Daily fucking News.
What did I say? I can't look.
It's a Photoshop picture of Trump and Steve Bannon as animals fighting, and the headline says "cockfight."
In big letters, it says "cockfight."
Oh,
can you do that?
I don't know.
I hate this reality. Is so shitty. I want a better one.
That's amazing.
How do I D6 out of this reality to a different, or sorry, D4, D4.
I totally remember why I brought up Blade Runner 2049.
Ooh, okay.
I watched it on the airplane, but they censored it. There's some nudity in it. They censored, the female breast. But then
I like that.
There's a moment in the movie where they go to like a city that's sort of destroyed and there's statues, and they censored the boobies on the statue. And I was like, come on.
So did Ubisoft in the new Assassin's Creed.
Really?
Yeah, they made a freaking mode where you can walk around and look at classic art, except they hid the boobs.
Too far. Actually too far. It's a statue of a naked human being.
Well, you don't want to awaken anything in anybody,
Like that's pornography now?
Dude, we went back to Utah, I think like a year and a half ago, and they've got big old billboards up everywhere in Salt Lake City that say Cosmopolitan is porn for kids. You know the magazine.
What? The magazine?
Yeah.
Utah. What are you doing?
Look, I didn't see any porn when I was younger, and I turned out fine. All right.
What does that mean? Cosmopolitan is porn for kids.
It means Mormons are fucking psychotic.
What kind of kids are going and buying Cosmo?
Yeah, that's true too.
The 12-year-old Utah boys are like, check it out, Jebediah. I got a Cosmo.
Vote on your devices.
Dude, you joke, but like the suppression in the bubble is nuts.
Believe it. God, imagine growing up there.
Oh, sure would be weird.
Timberwolf in my chat linked me a website called cosmohurtskids.com/welcome.
Oh my God.
/welcome.
/welcome. Yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming to our website.
That's like a really weird hill to die on. Why do you hate
Hilda? It's Hilda. She's back again.
Hilda Dion, yeah. Hilda Dion.
Hilda Dion.
Why do you choose that as your... Well, I guess there's also the lady who hates Monster Energy drinks, so...
Yep.
Whatever, I guess.
You gotta be passionate about something.
Something fun to ask the old wise man on top of the mountain. Would you rather drink horse cum or... What's fucking wrong with me, Lamau? What do your feet smell like? Does Cosmo hurt kids, or is there a Starbucks up here?
Lol, so random.
CosmoHurtsKids.com.
Apparently it's not a Mormon thing someone wanted to tell me.
Oh.
But it's just a Utah thing, I guess.
Warning, this site contains sexual material not suitable for kids.
The daughter of the owner of Cosmo was pissed she was written out of her inheritance, so she paid for those billboards trying to ruin them.
What?
Oh my god, what a fucking story.
I'll get involved. There's a flyer. Okay, please print out this flyer and give it to family, friends, churches, and merchants that carry Cosmopolitan magazine. Hello, Mr. 7-Eleven clerk. Got an interesting bit of reading material for you here. Here's a flyer that is going to hurt your business. Would you please display this for free in your store? For an issue you couldn't give less of a shit about?
Wait, here, hold on. Cosmo seduces underage girls into reading the magazine by putting teen and quote-unquote tween idols on the cover, and by printing articles listing the best colleges to go to have sex.
They do that?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wait, nobody ever gave me the list when I was picking from colleges.
I know. They only
They're
gave me the
supposed to do
list
that,
of the
yeah.
pizza places.
You all know number one is Arizona State, right?
Right. Yeah. Of course.
You go to Arizona State if you're angling to fuck.
The weirdest message your cat could write out to you in its litter box. There's a grenade in this box, you will die. Or egg.
I like it.
They're gonna go with egg, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
They're definitely.
Absolutely.
I mean,
I win
I
with
voted
egg.
for egg as well.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, everybody but Robert voted for egg.
Robert.
Well, it's not like the other one is
egg.
like elegantly
No, it's
crafted.
not that I was. It's not that mine was genius. I'm just bored of egg meme. I want a new one.
So instead of egg meme, how about elliptical meme?
How about a new egg meme?
How did the egg meme even start?
I kind of look like an egg.
It's because he's bald and egghead. I think just fits so
I'm
well.
bald and my head looks like an egg.
Kinda.
Little known fact, in a lifetime, the average person will blank over 1,000 times while sleeping. Eat 1,000 spiders over 1,000 times while sleeping, or come over 1,000 times while sleeping.
That's like 10 million spiders.
So
That's a
many
lot of
spiders.
spiders.
Have you guys ever had a wet dream, like legitimately?
I don't think so.
It's really like a 9 minutes after the show's supposed to end sort of question.
Well, I never have, so that's why I'm curious about it.
I feel like I've like woken up mid crank though.
What?
You're just kind of like in that hazy waking up phase. Yeah. So like, it's more. It's like a hard dream.
Have you gotten stuck to your sheets before?
What?
You gotten stuck to your sheets ever, maybe?
No.
Because that'll tell you Superman yourself.
That'd be bad. You get all crusty, you peel it off like a band-aid.
Wouldn't it be the worst if you had a wet dream but you didn't remember it? You just woke up with
It's like someone robbed the cum out of you.
Yeah.
You got cum
I
jacked.
wanted to feel that.
You got cum theft. Cum theft auto.
It really is cum theft auto, though.
Yeah, because of the auto. Yeah. It's very fitting.
What about a wet nightmare? It's a great comment.
Oh, man. Is that why people like 4? Is that what?
Hey, you know what? You might be onto something there.
You know, there's a tooth fairy. Why isn't there a jackin' fairy that comes and jacks you off and takes your cum and then makes children out of you?
And then gives you a quarter underneath.
A strange place to hold a family reunion. Inside your coworker's gaping cheesy asshole, or inside grandma. Hashtag war, hashtag comedy, hashtag blessed. I'm gonna exercise my second no vote.
Grandma!
Grandma, meet the grandma.
Hashtags are cheating.
She ate our entire family.
Oh my god. They can't prosecute her because she is so elderly. I see, yeah.
Well done. Pretty good. Yeah, I'm into it.
Papa bless.
Yeah.
Let's run with the family down the street. Evade grandma's enormous teeth when you... Please talk about that legendary Daniel Comcast call. I kind of wanted to fade into the ether, because I'm worried Dan's going to get dropped as a customer after streaming his customer support call with Comcast where he victimized the staff member on the other side of the phone.
Hey, tit for tat, man. Tit for tat.
He said, what am I supposed to acquiesce with my internet raviolis? And then the guy said, first off, ravioli is not a legal term.
Is he a lawyer?
Apparently not. Something you probably shouldn't bring on a trip across the Sahara Desert. A bag of sand to sell on eBay for $80 or your own sand.
Nice.
I believe, is the other one a reference to Dan? Didn't Dan
Yes.
sell he sold a bag of dirt for 80 bucks because it was
Dan
his
sold
dirt?
a bag of sand?
I believe that's correct. I knew
Selling
it.
ice to Eskimos.
Your own sand wins.
What?
It's a dated reference, I guess.
You think chat is paying attention all these years?
Something you
That is
probably
okay.
shouldn't try to sell on eBay. Kanye's panties or sand?
What is with the sand?
It's a callback.
It's a callback, yeah. The one thing that isn't better dipped in chocolate. Sand or Michelle Obama's arm?
That's an old Cards Against Humanity joke.
Oh.
That's old.
Okay.
Yay, someone gets me. I just thought it wouldn't be good in chocolate.
Probably be better to eat anyway. A high school superlative you don't want to win. Most likely to peddle sand or have peaked here. So trying real hard to get the sand salesman bit to take off.
If you guys could, like, you know how in like Fallout 4 where you look in the mirror and you customize your character like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do that, but with your baby. Would you do it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, probably.
Well, that'll absolutely be a real thing eventually. It'll just be an app.
Oh man, that'd be so good. You think when they let us customize our children, like...
Is they the government or is it your female-minded individual?
No, the reptilian overlords.
Oh, okay.
You think when that happens, you know how you can make like a really silly looking character in Dark Souls? You think the doctor's gonna be like, nah.
Brian would try to make
No,
one
it's
of
like
those. He
naming your
always does
kid
that.
like a $sign. Like child services should take you away. I would rather change my own genetics so that I just pass on my genetics naturally.
That'd be pretty cool. But then it's still a crapshoot. They could get all the bad ones.
Nah, I'll just make them all good. We'll be literally, both me and my wife will be literally genetically pure. Left side of the DNA double helix, all A's. Right side of the DNA double helix, all T's.
I'm glad you tried to explain that one, because saying genetically pure is...
Well, it's because all these idiots think it's about race. It's not about race. It's about base. Nitrogenous bases. Get out of... If you don't have all adenine on one side of your double helix, just fuck off. Something that should never be homemade. Vaccines or babies anymore. I'm pretty sure if you only had A's and T's in your DNA, you might literally just be like a tree branch or something. Or like a
banana.
Yeah, like a puddle or something like that. Like you wouldn't grow well, I think.
Oh, maybe that's how Alex Mack turned into liquid metal.
Yeah.
She rearranged the proteins in her DNA.
Oh, that organic guanine.
So Red Bull doesn't give you wings, it turns you into liquid metal.
Dude, that'd be dope. Would you give your kid wings?
Yep,
like
absolutely.
Wings?
Evil
anything
wings?
you could think of, I would give my kid. Absolutely.
Anything
Anything that's an
into
advantage.
dangerous territory. I feel like we should move on.
No, it's not dangerous
Would you give
territory.
your kid a
It's
gun?
not dangerous territory. What would be dangerous is not giving your kid every advantage possible.
Would you give your kid a gun?
Absolutely. Hands for guns, guns for hands.
Yeah.
Hands for guns.
Hands for guns. I saw that infomercial on TV. I didn't know how to feel about it.
Would you give your kid fly eyes?
Yep. 4 of them.
And photosynthesis so that they can eat by the sun.
And you'll all be answering the same prompt this time.
Some people think you can already do that now.
Cobalt.
Yeah, people in chat telling me that genetic modification already existed, and I was like, just no, it doesn't.
Well, it does,
Well, it does.
sort of.
But right, that's the thing. It's always sort of.
You can
and,
make like canola yield a plant with more oil.
Or, well, you could also make mice bioluminescent, so that's pretty weird.
You make your kid look like Flarnot.
I drank Soylent, and on the front of that bottle it says like made
No,
with
they
genetic
don't-
engineering.
That's marketing. That's pseudo-intellectual marketing.
So what if they come out with, like, genetic modification, but the only thing that they allow is making your kid bioluminescent?
Yeah, dude, absolutely.
You do it?
Then he can't play hide and seek.
Psychic expense from China, trying to make your kid's creation. Little girls from Sweden glowing in the dark. Okay then. It's understood the consequence of genetic modification.
Oh,
He
nice.
looks around and he hears
You know-
his own illumination.
Oh, that's pretty good too.
Can I gush for a bit about Cirque du Soleil?
Wait, which one did you see?
I saw the Michael Jackson one, which was called Michael Jackson's One.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought that was Metallica.
it is. But also Michael Jackson. See, the message is he wants us all to be one species.
1 year old.
All right, fine. No,
Back it up.
there you go. No, it's not. You took it and you completely stabbed it to death. Like it's lying out, spread on the floor, dead. There's no recovery.
Le Boot.
Which ones do we murder?
A New Fragrance by Gerard Depardieu, or Trash, A New Fragrance by Gerard Depardieu.
Trash.
Trash.
You know, trash is a very evocative word for what garbage is, but I love the term refuse. It's like you're being polite to the garbage. It's like, no, it's not trash. It's refuse.
Do you not see refuse as light trash?
It's trash-like, yes.
I'm just saying.
I'm playing a new trash-like today on today's episode of Trash Likes, and your mother's a whore.
Exactly. Don't call people trailer trash. Call them trailer refuse. It's just nice. It's like picture like in a 1980s movie, The Wealthy British Industrialist. Oh, it stinks of white refuse here. I'm gonna have this whole place bulldozed. Build luxury condos.
The countryside is filled with recreational vehicle refuse.
The worst thing to say while being tortured, don't hurt me, I'm Ryan, or is that the best you got?
Is that the best you got is like what all action movie torture scenes, like that scene in Casino Royale where he's smacking him in the nuts.
Dude, that is the worst.
Tell your mom I said hi.
I'll never forget that torture scene in Casino Royale. That is so detrimental.
Just like swinging it right into the nuts. It is weird having like a super Achilles heel as a man. Like if you get kicked in the nuts, like it's been a long time, but if you've been hitting the nuts like really hard, you just like you can't move, and you're just like you're on the verge of puking and sweating.
The name of a
I can't
horse.
imagine anything that females have that would even remotely compare.
Look, all Rob's saying is that men have it much harder than women.
That's very true, yeah.
And if you got a problem with that, shut up. We don't talk politics on this stream.
Who wants to walk around on a glass floor? You can see all the refuse below you.
Did you just call all women refuse?
He did.
Yeah.
He really did. A new ice cream flavor that no one would ever order. Human flesh or vanilla? It's a joke about vanilla being not the finest of the flavors.
Not
Gotcha.
new, though.
Vanilla real expensive now, so if it's real vanilla, go for it.
Vanilla real expensive now.
That's I read it verbatim. Hey, fun fact, chat. You know what they make fake vanilla out of?
Yeah, we all know.
That's all for round
I've been doing this show for a long time.
Beaver. This is beaver taint. They take it out of the taint of a beaver. No, actually, it is.
That sounds
I know, I'm just playing.
You got the taint of a beaver.
I know.
Beaver taint, it is vanilla.
Last flash.
Anal glands, squeezing out the flavor from the anal glands. You that boy Baskin Rob bands.
Play at 5 o'clock at the end of every show to let you know it's time to hang up.
I don't want to read this. A sign that you're a bad teacher. Your students think all black people are Obama, or your students always fail. This was an anecdote that in context made sense. Out of context, it looks very bad.
Ryan teacher.
I did not teach them that. They already had that preconception.
Oh, so they're all racist. I see how it is.
Yes! Yeah. All of the Korean 8-year-olds I taught were already racist. I walked back their racism. A surefire way to ruin Christmas. Missile from North Korea. The dog suffocated in the gift wrapping.
Oh.
Elect a Democrat. Eat Santa's cookies. Eat your presents. Caught balls deep in grandma.
Should be mistletoe from North Korea.
Oh, that would have been funnier.
No one would want to kiss Kim Jong-un, yeah.
Followed by elect a Democrat, you prudes. This is everything wrong, you snowflakes won't vote for me. Chet, you reap what you sow, okay? If you want to give 40% of the votes to caught balls deep in grandma, by all means, okay?
He's done it.
Let's
go.
That's what you get. Now I go to this subreddit. It's, oh, the level of discourse in Quiplash has really descended recently. It's been...
Like my nuts.
Hey, guess what?
What?
You still here?
No, I gotta poop. See you guys later.
Nice.
Dude, I don't want to alienate any sponsors, but I took a shit this morning. I took a fucking wicked shit this morning.
Nice.
And it was the poop itself was so hard.
Oh, okay, I'm out of here.
That I felt like it actually tore something coming out.
It's like, oh, that can happen, you know.
And
You
then
ever
I
have one
looked.
on your butthole.
Then I looked in the
Oh.
toilet, and I was like, "That's not big enough to be that deadly."
You have an incredible amount of sensitivity in your butthole, so you probably thought it felt bigger than it was.
I actually need to poop as well. I'm gonna.
Yeah, why are we?
I want to poop, but I'm scared. I'm scared, and maybe I need to hold it in for a while so I can heal.
No joke. If you did stretch too far, and you can get like a little tiny cut on your butthole.
A micro tear.
Yeah, and it hurts like hell to poop
You know
afterwards.
what's super weird to think about? If you got like a cut on the inside of your butthole,
okay,
it's gonna heal, but it's not like you can sterilize it. Like it's gonna be submerged in shit all the time.
Yeah.
Put a band-aid on it.
I think people die from that, right? They get like sepsis or whatever.
Why are we doing this?
Cause like my poop was like a friggin' diamond, man.
Tell us once we're not online.
You know what? It looked like in like anime when a dude's arm pops off and then he gets like a prototype arm. It was crazy.
What does that have to do with anything?
It was like all noduled and.
Oh, you're saying your shit looked like a prototype arm?
Yeah. It looked like something a cat threw up.
It was like all like moon surface.
It was like a meteorite. It was like I got hit by a meteorite straight in my anus. And it
Were you standing outside with your mouth open a lot?
Yeah. Well, me and my buddy Elon, we went for a drive yesterday, and I did have my mouth open a lot.
Yeah, so you went for a drive with Elon, you had your mouth open, this is what happened. You caught a meteorite and you just shit it out just now.
Ah, that explains it.
That could
You're
do
fine.
it.
Anyway.
Just, check your butthole out, I guess.
What if we invented like a vaccine that prevented death, and we injected it into Benjamin Button?
There's a baby that was born an elderly man that ultimately aged himself down to an embryo and then disappeared into thin air like a point of light.
Correct.
Yeah.
You guys are aware.
Just flies into his dad's dick hole.
You get like you got sucked into a Ghostbusters backpack. Yeah. Well, do you think when Benjamin Button was born, the dad was like, "That's not mine"? I don't know why, but in my head, his dad just says, "Damn bitch, who you been fucking?" I don't know why that's the first thing that came to my head.
So why is it an elderly man and not like a bunch of rotted, decompiled refuse that eventually turns into a skeleton?
You're asking the real questions.
Decomposed, not decompiled. Is the
Decompiled.
fucking wrong word. You know what I meant?
To machine bytecode.
Oh. You know what I meant.
Like just picturing the doctor, like, "Hey, you got an old baby in there. You got like a 120-year-old man up there. What's going on?"
That's weird.
Grandpa.
Grandma ate Grandpa again.
Again?
We're picturing like
the lapsed through her gastrointestinal tract.
they're like ultrasounding the baby, and then they're like, well, the fetus, I guess, and they're like, it's a man, and he's telling us to keep it down.
Twitch.tv/last_Greg. Get me out.
He said the word wrong.
Hey, Hafu, thanks so much for allowing me today. You can
out there,
watch my streams over at twitch.tv/Hafu, and that's where I'll be forever.
That's not even the right URL.
It is now. Go there.
Well, enter the Gungeon/Josh.
Wait, hold on. One last question before we go.
Yeah.
Hafu, if you had a truck, what would you put?
If I had a truck, what would I what?
Yeah, if you had a truck, what would you put in it?
Oh.
An appropriate reaction.
Yeah, so serious. That's good. Yeah, no.
Don't it? Just there's nothing to answer.
I really don't
That's
want
really
you
what
to
it comes
answer,
down
really.
to.
Yeah, it's much better that you
Here's
don't.
a solid answer anyway.
Movie night on Saturdays. It's very fun. You should watch for.
We come to movie night for good times on Saturdays.
There you go. Yep.
What do your feet smell like?
Where is the anime?
It is under the floorboards.
Only one.
Have you?
What?
You were on the.
The joke in my head was so good it made me laugh before I could even figure it out. Where is the Neon Genesis Evangelion?
Nazis saying any anime, I think, really just has a lot of merit to it by itself.
Oh, nuts anime.
That's animation.
Glorious Bastards 2 2018 edition.
That is the Naruto.
But yo, won back the anime crowd today.
Maybe.
We'll talk.
Everybody but Austin, who's irredeemable.
Oh.
I like Dragon Ball Z. That's all. I'm just gonna say it. I enjoy
Don't even bother. Just
it. And Attack on Titan.
Yeah, you got it. Where have you hidden Hatsune Miku?
that's gonna be the format, right? It's just where have you hidden and then the name of an
X
anime.
or Y. Yeah.
Yes, where is the anime name?
Yeah,
something related to anime.
I like
That
where
is
have
the
you
fun
hidden.
punch, man.
And the more Japanese sounding, the better, I think.
I think so. Yeah, that one was a little.
Where
too
have you
American.
hidden Hajime no Ippo? I don't know if it works.
Wait, hold on. What was that one that Mathis was watching recently?
Little Witch Academia?
Porn.
No, oh, there was another one. Hold on,
Dragon
keep
Maid
rattling them
Cafe?
off. That might be it. Yeah. Didn't it have like a weird Japanese name though? Not that all Japanese names are weird, Bear.
Oh, hey!
Woo! Almost.
What is Dragon Maid Cafe?
I'm gonna conjecture. I think it's about a bunch of maids in a cafe. And
But they're dragons.
And they're dragons, yeah.
How would they fit inside a cafe unless it's massive? Who are they serving? Other dragons?
It might be other dragons, yeah.
Do you
They're
mean
thinking of Miss Kobayashi's dragon.
Kobayashi-san no maid dragono?
These don't look like dragons. They look like young ladies.
Yeah, that's a confusing element, isn't it?
By the
Boy, this
oh man,
this 300-year-old woman certainly looks like a 12-year-old girl. That's strange.
I'm gonna be late for class, but you know what was weird about speaking a little Korean and then being back there was having to lean really hard into a Korean accent when you speak it, and realizing that if you did that in Canada, people would be like, "This guy's being real racist right now."
Yeah.
But when you're in Korea, you go like, "Ice coffee juseyo grande size," and they go, "Nay." They'd give you the iced coffee, the grande size. If you did that here, people would be like, "You're a dick."
Hey, you walk over to Canada, you're just like, "Oh, how about the Flyers, huh, this year?" And they go, "What?" And you go, "Oh, I'm sorry, how about them Flyers?"
What the hell accent did you just...
We are Scottish up here.
How about the...
You were digging for those O's, man.
I can't believe we're going way too late here. When we were in Korea, these dudes wearing Canadian gear came up to me and they're like, "Hey, where's Canada House?" Which is like, Czech house, but for Canada. And I was like, "Oh, sorry, I don't know, but I think like we saw it down there, but I can't really give you directions." And they started laughing and they went, "He's a real Canadian. He said sorry." And I was like, is this what we're gonna do here? Like we're gonna have to get in fights with each other? I just don't understand why you could have just been like, "Hey, thanks." Instead, everyone was like, "He said sorry." Canadians in Korea were being dicks, man. A bad way to remove unsightly chest hair. Sticky mouse traps or with an iron.
Oh, then you get that nasty burning hair smell as well.
I'm surprised nobody went with sand.
With an
Power
iron?
blast it
Just
all?
you wait, mister. You're gonna get all the sand you
No.
could ever ask for in 2 of the remaining 4 answers.
Chat, resist.
Don't resist, Chad.
Resist!
I need a win. You never forget your first sale of sand. 100% of the votes plus 200 points. Thank you so much, chat. I really appreciate that. Something you'd probably find a lot of in God's refrigerator. Everyone's hopes and dreams, or I'll tell you what you won't find, sand.
I know which answer I'm not voting for.
Chad, you gotta remember what Geddy Lee said. If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice.
You still have made a choice.
All that is required for bad men to prevail is for good men to do nothing.
Don't let them socially engineer you guys. You know better.
I knew there was a reason I hated chat today. Y'all are some lazy motherfuckers.
The worst carnival prize you could win. KFS. Rough and coarse matter that gets everywhere. The carnival. A rusty dart to the face, or parents fall from the trapeze. KFS got 1 audience vote.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
I was like, that's gonna do well because it's
a callback.
Callback. That's crazy. Who voted that?
There's a lot of people
I
in chat
voted.
that are like, that's me. And Bear is one of them.
Yeah, I did it.
Ooh, rough and coarse matter that gets everywhere. 53% of the audience vote.
No way!
How did they do it?
Chat, you got so hard.
Sand meta. Something you'd be surprised to see come out of a pimple you pop. Meat sand, or a subscription to Northern Lion via Prime. Something fun to scream at a farmer's market. Where's all the friggin' sand? Or, I can't control the volume of my voice.
I hate both of these.
Me too. I'm no voting first. No vote.
What?
No more sand. I regret
I'm
bringing
not doing
that.
sand anymore. I
Dude,
haven't
this is
thrown
pretty
it out.
good. It's a good sand. Instead of cheese, the worst family photographer would tell you to say wincest or incest.
Wow.
That's unexpected. I really expected sand. If the groundhog kind of sees his shadow, it's 6 weeks of sand.